Hi, everyone. I'm Sharon Kamowitz, and I advise companies on privacy and compliance matters. I think in-house counsel can add a lot of value by being aware of and on top of industry-specific guidance, which appear to change on a daily basis. For example, in the healthcare area alone, certain aspects of HIPAA have been relaxed for specific situations, and the HHS, Office for Civil Rights, has stated that it will not enforce certain other requirements. There's also changes in anti-kickback laws and STARK regulations. But the specifics in all these are very nuanced. So counsel needs to be aware, in counsel who work in healthcare need to be aware of the carve-outs and specific timeframes that apply to their businesses. And in addition, counsel that work in other industries certainly need to know what regulations are changing in their areas. Legal departments can also remind employees that existing company policies and procedures regarding privacy and security remain in effect and should be followed unless employees are notified otherwise. For example, for some companies, a prohibition on using a personal laptop for business purposes may no longer apply. And counsel can also assist businesses in reviewing policies, such as remote work and bring your own device policies, to see if changes are necessary. Counsel can also serve an important role in encouraging employees to raise questions and report potential breaches and other concerns. Because the sooner problems are reported, the greater is the chance to limit harm to individuals in the company. And of course, as appropriate, counsel should remind employees that any discussion regarding confidentiality of information applies to information subject to attorney-client privilege. Well, I think right now it's very easy to be distracted and confuse home and work life. We should all be careful when discussing confidential information and consider who may be listening to our calls. What information may be inadvertently captured through a family member's phone call on the other side of the room, and even on an online home assistant, such as Google Home or the Echo Alexa devices. Look at the device settings and consider deleting recorded information and disabling them. And even as a simple idea, just keep them away from your work area. It's also important to clear off physical desktops before video calls and computer desktops before screen sharing. I've heard of several situations in which someone tried to show others their work from home workspace and inadvertently shared confidential information, such as customer data, trade secrets, business plans, and privileged communications. And be careful about oversharing. Just because you're working at home does not mean that you should share colleagues' physical locations or information without permission. Yeah, I think there's lots of things. I mean, just for a few examples, we've all been told in the past to not let family members use company laptops. But with all the new video conferencing technology, employees should also be reminded to not use any company issued personal codes for non work related matters such as family get togethers. And of course, we should all be using strong passwords that we don't reuse and that we don't share with others. In addition, everyone should lock their devices when not in use and store paper containing confidential information under a lock and key and discard it securely by shredding. In this time of rampant illness, none of us knows when we may become ill or be asked to care for a relative. It's more important than ever to not leave confidential information available for others. We should also watch out for phishing and other scams. There's been an uptick in attempts to exploit the current situation with fake emails about coronavirus cures and other urgent topics. Beware also of calls purporting to be from tech support. There's an increasing number of people calling up and saying, I'm calling from your company to fix your device. Don't fall for those types of activities and tell others about those potential areas of harm. And then finally, stay healthy and take care of one another. I think there's a couple things. One is to call people more and not rely on emails. I think picking up the phone or these various video chats has been a huge change for the good. More people are communicating differently. And I think also a little bit of knowing what the person's home work area looks like just humanizes everybody and makes people seem more equal.